Alrighty. Getting some things sorted out here. Alright. Okay. We look like we're ready to go. Alright, so today's task is troubleshooting. Let's start the program here and we'll show you what we're at. Did a little bit of stuff last night. I was kind of waiting for things to happen and I never did, so I got a little bit of work when I was off stream, but we'll just kind of go over what we've done here. So we'll just do like yesterday's and today's stuff. So we've changed the date format so we can see what kind of stuff we're doing. I'll probably convert that to UTC, and so this is what we've got. So it actually now updates the UI accordingly. It has the stuff now. The problem is that this is not right. I'm not sure, 100% sure why it's not doing this properly. Number one, the player is not being put in there. And it looks like it's just like a default somehow. It might be something with the diminishing returns calculations or something like that, but we'll kind of hammer through this and see what we can do. First we're going to make it so this window should be like this size, right? So let's go ahead and see how big this window actually is. Main window. Crank this back over. Properties. So we'll make it like 830. Layout. Width 830. Sure. Okay. So let's just do some really interesting troubleshooting here. So there's not too many. There's only a couple hundred or 100, under 200 entries between yesterday and today. So what we're gonna do is we're going to try and see why this is not working. I'll go over what I kind of changed here. So we've got I was having problems yesterday with it locking up the UI, so I moved everything to an asynchronous task, and we do this really cool way to update the UI, so we can update stuff like text box values, observable collections and stuff just by doing this application current dispatcher invoke, create a inline function, and then whatever you're doing in here. So in an async task, this lets you change user interface stuff without it throwing errors saying your function cannot, or you cannot update things that are not on the initial thread. It's just not thread safe, so that's kind of a way around it. And as long as in WPF with MVVM type of a format, if your property you're setting is part of the UI and it's actually a get set thing when it and notifies on property change for your UI, it will throw the error, so that's why you have to do this. So let's get started with some troubleshooting here. We're gonna just do the player ones because I don't want to go through every single one, and we're going to see. Okay, we're gonna make sure that it's doing this kind of stuff, make sure these values are getting something. The entry, we'll put a break here. We're gonna check the points and see what it's gonna do here. That, and this whole thing is in a try catch as well, so and we get some kind of an error output if it does crash, throw some kind of an error. Let's do this and this, and we'll see which one it hits. I'm also going to put one here to make sure that this is actually being updated properly. So let's go ahead and run this once. we'll just pull from yesterday to today, and we will see what kind of errors we get. Alright, so first breakpoint. Kill entry is 0, so that means that the season rankings currently has a copper with no player name. Alright, so there is a problem with the anonymous part, where the... Oh, I'm not actually setting the player name. Let's do that, shall we? Rank entry, player name is, and we are in what? Is this a victim? This is the victim, so I want to go entry victim. And then down in this one, this is going to be the killer, so we're going to go rank entry player name is equal to entry killer. And then for both of them here, we're going to go rank entry killer, player name is going to be entry killer, and we'll just copy this, put this here. This is a victim and the victim. Alright, so now we should get some actual values. That's probably why I wasn't actually calculating, because the names were blank. That would make perfect sense. So therefore it would never actually exist, and it would just have a whole bunch of just nothings. Alright, so what do we got? So in season rankings we have 2 now. We have copper with Gradius, copper with Gradius. Alright, so it has the same. So there is a problem. It was obviously either a death or a kill with or against an anonymous player. And so for some reason he has 2 entries in here. So let's go and see what's going on here. So we have, if the killer is anonymous, we want to look for the player, the victim. So where the seeded rankings count, where the player name is the victim. No, this is not the right one. This is retrieved entries count, where the this is the kill count, so killer is equal to anonymous, or we'll just do entry killer, and victim is equal to entry victim. And so it's going to count all of the ones from the victim part of it. And what we'll do is we'll go down to our killer part here, and we're just going to do this, and we'll come down to the kill entry. Nope, not that one. I want... Is that right? Wait, one sec. Let me undo this real quick. Oops. Because I think that's a different thing. Undo. Alright, so my entry is going to be... Okay, no, that is the wrong one. That is my ranking. So this is pulling the player name where it's the victim. I want this one. And make sure that this is pulling the correct value. So retrieved entries where the killer is the killer and the victim is the current entry victim, and the timestamp is before midnight of the current day, and the timestamp is less than whatever timestamp we have. Let's do less than, so that we can pull everything but the current entry. What if it has the same timestamp? Yeah, we'll just do this. Okay, so now we want to make sure that we are pulling the... If he has a anonymous entry in the season rankings for both a kill and a victim. So that means that somehow when we check if the player exists in the rankings, we might not be checking if this is correct. It might be this line right here. So if the killer is anonymous, we want to pull all the rankings. We're going to find him where the player name is equal to the victim name and pull the first entry. Okay, and then the player name is the victim. Rating, he has died, so he loses half of the points that would be given to him. The bracket is going to be bracket name and increases deaths. That's correct. Then we're going to find the index of that person, so where the player name is equal to the victim. This is where if they exist, because I'm checking to see if they exist here, right? And so we'll say if they exist, we're going to set this value to the rank entry. Otherwise, we're going to add the rank entry. So this is where it's adding it for some reason. So let's put a breakpoint here and on this one. And we're gonna see what kind of stuff comes out of this. We'll go back to yesterday. Alright, so the index is -1, so that means that the index doesn't exist. See which one it's going to do here. Okay, there's Gradius. It's adding twice already. Okay, so between then and now, it added both. That might be the actual issue. We're gonna just let this go through and see what happens here. I'm pretty sure that we're gonna have duplicate entries. Okay, there's one, and there's the other. All right, so okay, so number one, the rating cannot be negative, so I'm gonna have to fix that. But it still looks like it's adding 2. Let's just try something really weird here, because this could be potentially causing it to loop twice. And we're just not going to say to skip. We're going to just enclose it like this. Alright. We're going to come all the way down here. like that. This is in there because it's an async and I want to await it just because it's just easy this way. Alright. Regions, I know. I know. Still got 2 in there. Why is it adding twice? Because even when I put a breakpoint on this one, let's just do one on each one here. That one, and this. So it added it twice, right there. Because I'm still on, oh, this is the second one, and it's already added it twice. So why is it doing it twice? Processing each entry. So we'll should have another Alistair in here as well. Yep. So somehow, am I adding it again? Just want to see this stuff here. So this is the other one. This is when they're both players. We're counting it here. We are getting the other one here. We're doing a count here. We're getting it here. We're finding an index. That's why. It's this here. It has to be greater than or equal to 0 because if it can't find it, it's a -1. So I need to make it so that it's like that. Okay, now I just thought of another thing. When we're doing both, let's do this. If kill entry greater than or equal to 0, we're going to do this, else this. Oops, damn it. This. Alright, let's give this a shot. Because the -1 on an index means it doesn't exist. So it would actually never catch the first one. That's probably what it was doing, is just skipping over that first entry. Let's see what this looks like. List complete. Yeah. Now it's completely skipping it. So let's go ahead and do this. This is this. Oops. There we go. Alright. I just want to try this one. I should at least get player ones right now. And then we'll go and change the anonymous kill ones. Oh, I gotta do this. Get. Yep. Nope. See, we're still okay. Those are the anonymous ones though. Okay, so let's go ahead. Come up to. All right. Let's do the region. Player kills player. Was I inside that? Yes, I was. Okay. Player kills anonymous. Let's just do this one here. Anonymous kills player. There, we'll make some people happy. Alright. Okay, so in here I need to go like this. And in here I need to make this the check. So technically this should work. I love this drink. It's like a hard cream soda. So good. Nope, see, it's still doing duplicates. So something is still not working 100%. Why does he have 2 entries with the same? So it's Giuseppe. So let's just put breakpoints here. Let's see what it's actually going to do. Because I'm pretty sure this should always be -1. Right? And this one? We set it to it, otherwise we're going to add. Oh. That would make sense. Let's not do that then. Because I was not doing the correct index. Index 2. Adding index 2, and then index 1, adding index 1, and then we have index 2, add index 1, index 1. Okay, let's try this one. Mismatched indexes. Here to here, get. Oh, Alistair Cregan now has 2. Sequence contains no elements, so we have an invalid operation going on. Oh, you know what? We're not initializing it. That might cause it. We'll go like this, and we'll just get rid of that. So we'll initialize it and then just clear it automatically. See if that fixes it. Nope. That's even worse. Oh man, so annoying. And we're still getting this. Let's do this. See if we can figure out exactly what's going on. Alright, what do we got? $248. This one here. So it's saying they don't exist or it contains no elements. Alright, let's pull this again. We're going to see what that's actually going to do, because whatever that value is, it's not 0. And it doesn't like it. Kill entry is 1. So okay, that's right. So now it's got 2 in there. It's just so weird that Alistair is... and it has no bracket. There's an invalid operation exception going on. Let's get rid of these for now. The sequence contains no elements. And it's still at same 1. So it's saying that when I pull this, that it contains nothing. So I'm looking for entry. So this is killer is Donna's Moon Whisper. And this is a player kills a player. So the kill entry is going to be... Let's check the bottom. No. 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 Okay, well, it's not setting brackets for one. Let's do this first. Player name is going to be entry killer. And this one is going to be entry victim. Let's just do that because entry, this is killer is a player. And then this one is the killer is a victim. Try this. Nope, still duplicating. Still getting the same error. Okay, let's go and look over it again and analyze what's going on. So at some point, let's do these two. Alright. So at this point, I already have two individual unique ones. Oh, are they actually good? Have a bracket, a death, and then we have a bracket and a kill. The values are not right, first off, but we'll continue going. Alright, so this should be, my entry is Giuseppe, so this should be Giuseppe's, yeah. And then my victim is, who is it? Alistair, so this, the victim entry should be Alistair. Will be this one here. So this should now be Alistair. Okay, good. So when we add them, so they both exist, so it should be these two. And we'll put one here and here. Alright, so we found it at 0. Should be Alistair. And this is what? 0, so he should be this. Yeah. Okay, so index 2, or index 0, sorry. Right? Yeah. Okay, his bracket is not getting set. Okay, let's go down to the victim. So this should be 1, that's right. Oh! This helps. Victim, victim, killer, killer. Make sure these ones are all set now. Oh, those ones don't matter. It's the second. What are you doing, cat? Go get him. All right, so we're gonna do this. Look at that. That's exactly what I wanted. Alright, so fixed. There's one thing fixed. The next thing is to figure out the rankings and why this is not working properly. So, well, let's start off at the beginning here. We're going to go collapse all of these. Okay. So we go through each entry and we're going to be calculating the amount of points that they gain based on their current rating. So if you die to an anonymous, we get your value from here. So here's your kill count. This is your base value. It is not 500. So I want to go, that's right. That's why it's not working. This is not the amount. So I want to see get bracket value 500. That's what I need to do. Okay. So we do this one and do it here. Okay. Now, when we do this one, your points, this is not 500. This is get bracket value. So this is the points, the killer. So we want entry killer. Sorry, entry. No. Rank entry killer rating, like that. So the killer is going to get X amount of points, and then the victim loses half of what they would get after diminishing returns. So let's give this one a shot. If I was passing in 500, and that's why the values are weird. Oops, there's no one here. There we go. There, that's a little better. 497, 517. Alright, so let's do a big one here. It came up on the 11th. So, first off, let's go and fix something really quickly. When we retrieve the values, right? Let's use this. I think this is the one here. So, and it accepts the winner and the loser rating. I think that's actually the right one I need to use. Let's do this. Let's go, so for anonymous, your value is going to be, we're going to, get rating changed by brackets. So we want the winner rating. The killer is anonymous, so we're gonna do this, and this one is Vic entry rating. Nope, rank entry rating. Oops. So this is going to be that value. Okay, and then we're going to come down to player kills an anonymous. So this will be reversed. $500. Okay, and then we come down to our this one here. Okay, so this is now rank entry killer, and this is rank entry victim rating. Okay, so that's one. That's one thing I wanted to fix. The other thing was I was gonna do something. I forget what was actually going to change because I just got sidetracked. Alright, we're just going to run this. This one will take a few minutes to process, but we're going to pull from February 11th to today. And we'll let this go. So the last time I did this, when I was doing just the 500 rating change, we had people in Ethereal, which has never been reached. I don't even think people have reached Obsidian. I think the highest so far is gold rank. So copper, iron, silver, gold, so 4th rank. And then there's 2 tiers above that. No one's hit. And what happens every season is, like, we get the donations from the players, and we just take that and we divide it amongst all of the ranks, and it goes into the pool for that rank. So if you win 1st place in that rank, you get, I think it's like half or 75% of the money from that rank, and then the rest of that rank goes to the 1st place in each bracket, right? So, and then if no one gets, like, let's say no one gets Obsidian again this year, all the money that would be in that pool for the top rank, 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and all that kind of stuff, the money gets added, so it just builds and builds and builds until it's a big enough prize pool. I think it's something like 1 million or something like that, over 1 million gold right now in Obsidian and Ethereal. But there's a percentage thing on the website for all that. Oh, we're on the 25th of February now. 4 more days left. So what this should be is basically 1/3 of the ranks of the ratings for the month of February, because the season's 3 months. So, and I don't have any of the January data because they moved the server and we lost all that old data. So thankfully we don't have didn't have any issues in January. But this will help going forward. So we're probably not going to end up using this for this season, but it will be used for next season for sure. We'll be able to just kind of pull 3 months of data. Look at that, hey? So these guys are in copper, and 740 right now. Pretty good. I like that. All right, so now let's try and do some cool, funky stuff. Let's do a okay. So when we do the prizes, right? We have a prize pool division because we have 1st, 2nd, 3rd, and 4th place for the prizes when we divide a percentage of the wins, and then we have 1st place for all brackets. So we're gonna do a display down here where we're gonna actually display those values accordingly. So let's go ahead, come down here below our list box, and we're gonna make so we can see this. Let's go ahead and crank our window down a bit here. We'll make it 550. Alright. So, at the end of the list boxes, we have another stack panel. And we're going to make a horizontal version. And what we're going to put is a stack panel orientation vertical, and this is going to be first through 4th place, and then a stack panel orientation vertical, and this is going to be first in each bracket. Alright, so we're going to need text block. Text is going to be binding, and we're going to say first place, and text block, text, binding, second place, third, fourth. Alright, so there's those, and we're gonna go string format, and we want first 0, second, third, fourth. Alright. So there is no text because I don't have those assigned yet. Okay, so then we need first in each bracket, and there's going to be 6 brackets. So this is going to be ethereal placement, obsidian placement, and then we have gold placement, silver placement, iron placement, and copper placement. Ethereal, obsidian, oh my god, obsidian, it's not E-N, it's A-N, obsidian, and then we have gold, silver. I could probably make this a lot easier with a custom object. Iron placement, iron, and copper. Alright, so let's go ahead and make these things. So we're just going to collapse our regions here, and we will go away with this and this. Okay, UI properties. So let us make this is going to be a region, and we're going to call this placement properties. Okay, so we need first one, let's do first, second, third, fourth place. So we're gonna have, how do we want to do this? We want to do a string. So we got string first place, and then we go public string first place get. Okay, so we're gonna do some funky stuff. Return, we'll just do this for now. Set if first place is a value, first place is equal to value, what? Oh, I got so used to doing the other thing. If it's value, return. I got used to typing that stuff. Alright, so first place is the value, and then notify property change name of first place. Alright, so this is the first one. We're gonna do the stuff here, and we'll change the variables later because we got to do this 4 times. So so the string, we want it to display I guess just the user's name and their bracket. So we want to go first place would be PvP season list take 1. And this is a PvP rankings. Rank is this. And it wants a first. There we go. Okay, so then we're gonna return rank. We'll do a good string format. So we want the rank player name, and then we want the rank bracket, and then we want rank rating. Okay. So that's what we're gonna do, and we're gonna replace this, and we're gonna go come on, second place, like that. So we're gonna go here, 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 skip 1, take 1, and this is gonna be the second. Third place. I'm gonna go here, here, here. Oops. Here, skip 2. And fourth place. I need see chat just in case. What is going on? Why am I getting PMs already? I don't know. Coding. Alright, chat. 4th place. We skip 3 and we take 1. Alright, so now we're gonna do placement properties. This is region. 1st through 4th place. And region. And then we're going to make a region called first in each bracket. Oops. Oh my god, stop it. Okay, so oh yeah, it's the UI properties. Alright, so the first in each bracket. So now what we need to do is we need a string of we're gonna just call them, what are they? Ethereal placement. Okay, so ethereal placement, public string ethereal placement, get, and we're gonna run we're gonna do this and a set. We'll just return this for now. Set we gotta do this stuff. If ethereal placement is the value return, ethereal placement equals value, notify property change name of ethereal placement. Alright, so in here we need to go to list of PvP rankings, 8th ranks is going to be PvP season list, where the entry bracket is equal to ethereal to list. Alright, so this will be the list of everybody. Now this should be, we'll just go order by descending rating, just in case. Let's make this a little easier to read. Okay. Now we're going to return PvP rankings 8th is going to be 8th ranks take 1. First. Okay. And we're going to return the string of this. We're going to go 8th. Actually, why don't we just do this? And we'll call it rank just cuz. Like that. Right? Oops. 2 returns. Don't need it. Okay. So that should work. So that'll give us ethereal. If the rank, or if, let's do it here. If 8th ranks is 0, 8th ranks count is 0, we're going to return no qualifiers. Else, we will do this. Alright. So that will say if we have an ethereal rank player, we're going to return the first one, otherwise there'll be no qualifiers, right? So we only got to do this 6 times. Alright, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Alright. Yes, I know it's going to be the same one. Alright. Ethereal. No, I did not say commands. Stupid thing. This is obsidian. Okay, so anywhere I have this, like that. And this is obsidian. Obs ranks. Obs ranks. Like that. Okay. Obsidian, and then there is gold. Gold. This. That. Gold. This and this. Okay. And then we go silver placement. And we go here, and here, and here, and here, and delete that. This is going to be silver. This, and this. And this is silver. Okay. Before silver comes iron. Iron. that. And then copper. Last one. Okay. Let's build that. Make sure we got no errors. And we're gonna run this. Yep. Yep. Or can I just do this? Yeah, no. It's not gonna work. Okay, so we're just gonna go if season list is null, return. First through fourth. Go in here, 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 here. Copper. We'll Really? Alright, let's go and replace all this stuff. It's not that many. Just do it. Do it. Do it. Alright. Oh geez, look at that. That looks horrible. Oh man. Okay, so how do we want to display this? We want this one. Width is going to be like 400. Right? And then I want to go horizontal alignment is stretch. And I want to go margin is 3. 3. Now, there we go. That's extremely annoying that it's not actually How big is this thing? Width is 400, so it needs to be 800 wide. Well, whatever. It's probably the margin that's doing it. Anyways, let's give this a shot and see if, oh, yeah. Well, let's just actually pick a date range here. So we should get, like, copper ones here. And then 4 here. Alright, so... What are you doing, cat? What are you doing? Okay, so when we calculate all this stuff, we are not actually doing the values. Silver. Iron. Okay, so this should work. After we calculate it, we tell it to update the UI. Yep, there we go. Okay, so there's the big test. We're not gonna actually get it because I don't have anyone. Yeah, we'll get some, but this is gonna take a bit. Oh yeah, I have to clear this when I do the calculations, so. and then I'll tell it to update the placements as well. Yeah, it's gonna pull duplicates because there's only so many people on the list. That's why there's 2 pairs in there. No, it's not. That's actually incorrect. It's actually duplicating an entry now. It shouldn't be. Should be Donis in there at least, because I saw her name. Oh, I just thought about something that we're not doing. Oh, look at that. Oh. Let's go and change that actually. Okay, do that. Let's also change the visibility of these. Visibility, data binding is processing, inverse Boolean. Okay. Visibility, convert, this one, inverse. Oh. I have that somewhere. I already have a converter for that. A Boolean to visibility. that one. That's because I don't have that code anymore. Damn. Ah, whatever. Well, we won't do that then. But what we will do is we'll do this. Right here. Alright. Oh, I didn't remove it from the thing. Main window. Really? What? What is your issue? Oh my god. It didn't. Yep, it did it somewhere else too. Hate when that happens. Yes, I have the Willem scream as my error. Okay, it built it. It built it. It worked. Alright, so we're going to pull... Alright, let's do this again. One more time. Nope. Sequence contains no elements. If the count is less than 1. Let's do that. And then we're going to go and make some supper. If this works. Really? Oh. Psh. I think what I'll do is I'm going to go and check the forums and find out what the color formatting stuff is for the HTML. And I will make a rank place edit thing that it will just export the code ranks for them. And then when you export it, it makes the text that you need to paste into your forum post. Go and paste it and then add in values like monetary values, because that will change every season. Maybe we'll put it in the future, we'll have like a prize pool and then automatically divide it. Something like that. Actually, that might not be too bad. It's kind of a cool idea, actually. Put the total prize pool, and then we just split up each bracket the way that it's done on the website. So you could say how much prize pool you have, and then it divides it. So the first thing you would do is you would divide the prize pool by 6, and then you would take first, second, and third place. Or sorry, you divide it in half, and then you go first, second, and third. Go for a fourth of that, and there's a percentage, and then you take the other half, divide it by 6, and that's what goes into each prize bucket. Something like that. I have to go look at the math on exactly how that works, but because I don't remember what the percentages are off the top of my head. I don't calculate that at the end of the season. That would be Hemswall's job. I don't know why it's not doing anything. Try this again. There we go. Okay, so there's a bug there. When I selected a date, so I'm gonna have to make the date time check when you assign like a start date that is before the end date or after the end date to shift it to the same, I guess. We'll just make the end date the same and then update the property. Yeah. Just checking messages. Ooh, 2 new orders. See, people be buying programs. 30-day and a 30-day. So 2 30-day ones. Yeah. So we will mark those. Oops, mark them as complete. Apply. So here's the question: how much have we made this so far this year? Here. You know. That's not bad. It's getting better. I gotta put some updates out for Sodasis, because what happened? Why? Why would you do this? Why is it blank? Well, I don't know. That's a good one. Why does it not return anything? Unless, oh, I bet you I got hit with the cap. Actually, let's go like this. Let's just do like a couple days. See what comes up. Nope. Now I'm curious. Why is it not coming up with anything? Really? Now it's hanging? Do I have the error one here? Let's see what's going on. See, it should be thrown an exception, so it should be there. Alright. We're gonna let this run. And if this pulls something, there's nothing. Alright, I'll be right back. Alright. So, what is actually happening here? Why? Oh. Pff. We're clearing the rankings. Are we clearing... Yeah, that's right, because then we calculate them and we add them. Yeah, and then we add them. I'm trying to figure out why it's now blank. Because it wasn't blank before. What did I change? I changed, the retrieve data. I did this. Oh. Yeah, no. I can't do it there because this is the timer. Oh, man. Things like that happen for a reason. Okay, let's do a couple days again. And we're gonna fix that time. We're gonna fix that time because that's in UTC. So we're gonna convert it to, well, number one, I want to change it so that it shows the time and the day. Because it actually doesn't just pull a whole day, I don't think. It might, but I can't remember. Yeah, so there you go. Okay, so let's go and look at the date part. Calculate rankings. No, it isn't that one. Retrieve data. Okay, so we're pulling this one here. So I want to do visible date is going to be current timestamp. No. Shoot. I have another. We're not gonna do that. I have another one. I can't remember how to do that. I have a class in my other program that does that. Okay. We want culture info, culture. Oops. Ah, come on. There we go. Okay, so then we're going to take the date time. I want current timestamp to string culture, and then you do No, that's not it. It's time zone. From UTC. Current timestamp. Time zone info. What is it? So we're gonna do this. It adds a day. Okay, it is doing a whole day. See what this looks like. Nope. So we are doing a day. The previous version I had it dividing the day in, but there was like under 3,000 events for the time being, so yeah. So at least that works now. Alright, so alright, so let's do that's it. I think we're done with that for now. It's at least working, right? The export data is going to be the it's not going to actually be data. This is going to be where are we? Button export BB code. Like that. Whoops. Like that. Okay, so we're gonna do that, and then I wanna go border brush is going to be Alice Blue. Yeah, no. I'm not going to do that here. I don't have the theme on here, so I don't think that'll work right now. Alright, so do we want to do anything else today? We've got, it's pulling the data. It does the list properly now. It doesn't lock up the UI. Oh, the date range. Let's fix the date range before we go. So when I do... data UI property start date. So if I need to go like this, if the start date is greater than the end date is equal to, and we're gonna do this. This, and we want yes, so we're gonna do, and we're going to make this do a couple of things. Like that. All right. And then we need to go if the end date is less than start date, start date is this, and name of. Alright. So now if you choose a date that is before or after, it should set it to the same day as you selected, but it will be midnight. So if I go like 27th and I go to 26th, this one should go to 26th. Yep. And if I go change this one to the 27th, that one becomes 27th. Done. Alright. So we've got that. I have no idea what the BB code looks like. Once I go and look that up, see how the forum post is formatted, I will be able to make a template, a text template, and then just dump that into a basically a string of some sort. I don't know exactly how I'm going to do it yet. But then we will be able to fill in the values with whatever we want. Let's go ahead and add some to-dos here. So to-do, BB code formatting for exporting. To-do, we want to enter in prize pool for season. Enter fill in values for bracket player winnings accordingly for BB code. There we go. So that's what we're gonna do probably tomorrow. And that's never used. You can go away. Really? Yeah, I have to do that. Yeah, it's not used, but I have to do it. Alright, let's go, let's do some housekeeping, just because, strictly for timer use, not actually used. Okay. Build. What else we got? Error lists. Alright, so let's go through our messages. Replace with a single call to first. Sure. That's faster. Error downloading from Portalarium API. Please try again later. And what we're gonna do is, you know what? No, we're not gonna do. We're gonna go console right line derpity derp. to do error with download handle somehow. We'll figure that one out later. Okay, so that's all of the messages. What do we got for warnings? It is never used. Yeah, we don't really care about that. Go away. Yeah, whatever. That's okay. Should not return void. Well, you're gonna return the task then. Empty general catch. Sure. Console right line. This means that this is not in the regular one either. Some exception. X. Call the function. I can't await that. I could just call this stupid thing directly. Yeah. I can't do it there. That's fine. There's not much we can do about that one. We have to do it on the UI, and the time that it will be unavailable to be moved or anything like that should be inconsequential for the amount of entries. It'll be like 100 things, so it won't be that bad. Maybe in the future we'll do like to do maybe a progress bar while it does the next step. Shrug. Alright, we're gonna leave it at that, and so we have the first functioning version of the PvP tool. We don't have a name on the window. I just noticed that it's still as main window. PvP season calculator. Cannot spell it all today. Alright. First work for initial functioning version. Commit. Alright, so that is the first one. And I'm pretty happy with it. I can see there's going to be a couple of things we're going to have to do for the BB code that'll be kind of interesting to delve into. We'll have to do stuff like string builders, where we replace certain things, use some regex maybe, to replace certain keywords with the correct values. Yeah, we'll figure it out as we go along. But anyways, thanks for tuning in, guys, and we will see you probably tomorrow at some point, and we'll get some more work done on this program. I hope you guys are enjoying it, because I like learning. So there's no better way to learn than to try to make a new program and get better and better as you practice. So we will talk to you guys later. Let's figure out, where is that? Ah.